We got it next. That's how you finesse. We come for they next. We come to collect. Did it all on my own, yeah. When it brought it back home, yeah. Now they calling my phone, yeah. But I'm all in my zone.
What's going on, guys? Caleb here, back with another video. After seeing how well my last video did on how to build your first AR, I kind of wanted to expand on that a little bit and go over kind of how to start building your gun collection, because these are super addictive. You're gonna want more of them. So I kind of want to just go over some of what I have and kind of give you guys a couple recommendations. Before we get into it, I just kind of want to go over the sponsorship myself. C-Zone Supply, if you guys wouldn't mind checking them out. The link to the website will be down in the description, and then I actually have an Instagram page. I'll try and throw that down there too. But yeah, I'm kind of trying to branch out into the gun world. I have light bars for your flashlights. I just made hand stops. Those should be available before this video drops. And then I actually just started doing dump trays for all your EDC gear. Just dump your pockets into it, have a nice place to put it, and I think they look sick too. Yeah, I got coasters, keychains, stickers, a couple things. I'm trying to branch out, trying to offer more stuff. But yeah, just trying to grow a little bit. And if you guys wouldn't mind checking it out, it'd help me out a ton. But yeah, without further ado, we'll get right into the cool stuff. So I brought out a couple different options for multiple of the categories. Yeah, so everything's not gonna be, oh, you need to get this gun, you need to get this gun, you need to get this gun, you need to get this gun. They're kind of going to be categories, and I'll give you guys a couple recommendations for every category. But yeah, just kind of what type of firearm you should own, and we'll go over what I personally have. So starting off right here, we're going to start off with 22s. They're super awesome, super fun to shoot. Ammo super inexpensive, so you won't mind going and shooting very much. Recoil is super low. They're still practical. You can hunt small game with them and stuff. But yeah, just super awesome choice. This one is a Ruger 1022. There's also a ton of aftermarket available for these, so that's also something for you guys to consider. Definitely would recommend you guys getting a 22, and yeah, they're most people's first firearms whenever you do get into firearms. If you get it for your birthday as a child, I think I got my first 22 when I was 13 for my birthday. So whether that's you or you're just getting into it and you're in your 20s or 30s or whatever, can't go wrong with the solid 22. This one is also a 22. This one's a revolver. This one is super fun to shoot. It's a single action, so it makes you feel like a cowboy. And yeah, just can't go wrong with the 22, and that's what I recommend you guys should get as your first ever firearm. All right, moving on from 22s. Yeah, after you've shot these a bit, gone shooting and got some experience with these, and you feel comfortable moving up, yeah, we're gonna go over a solid carry gun. Whether you want something small, mid-size, or full-size, tons of different options, but a solid carry gun is definitely your second gun that I'm gonna go ahead and recommend to you. So starting us off, this is a M&P Shield. Super solid. This is more of the compact. It's kind of my pocket pistol. This definitely plays a solid role, but it's not like an everyday thing. This is more so my, like, I'm running over to the gas station real quick, cooking dinner and I need some milk. Just throw this in the pocket and have something on you, but this isn't going to be the best thing to carry. The smaller guns, they are a lot easier to conceal, but they are a lot snappier. You don't have as much leverage on it for when you're shooting. It's gonna be a lot snappier and have a lot more felt recoil for you. So that's not super awesome. Definitely wouldn't recommend this as your main kind of defensive firearm, but it definitely still plays a role, and I definitely recommend you still have one. But yeah, for your actual second firearm, I would recommend something more like this. This is a Glock 19. It has a red dot on it and a flashlight. But yeah, this is super solid. It fits your hand a lot better. It's not gonna be nearly as snappy, especially this one with these cuts out in the slide. That helps a ton with recoil. And this is still super concealable. This is usually what I carry every day. Yeah, t-shirt, whatever, you're perfectly fine. Still gonna be super easy to conceal, but it's definitely gonna be a bit bigger and heavier than something like this. So yeah, maybe for those trips to the gas station to get a drink or to the store, grab a bottle of milk, whatever, this might not always be what you're wanting to grab. Quick side note, holsters, incredibly important. This will make or break your carrying experience. So I would definitely recommend spending a bit of extra money here and not getting the cheapest thing you can find on Amazon. This one is a tier 1 concealed. These wings help a ton. So that pushes against your belt and it pulls your pistol's grip. So you can see when it pulls like this, it's pulled into your body. And so that helps with concealment a ton. And then this one also has the tier 1 concealment wedge. It's just a nice small piece of foam and that pushes against your body down here to pull it back. So while you're carrying this, the grip is being pulled up and back into your body. So that makes it way easier to conceal. Super comfy. I do not mind carrying this for 10 to 12 hours a day. Then moving on from the Glock 19, if you want something a little bit more full size, Glock 45 is what I'm gonna recommend. Glocks are just super solid. You can't go wrong with them. Parts are everywhere. It's probably what your friends have. You're gonna be able to use their mags and interchange parts and do whatever. They're just an awesome platform and everybody has one, which contributing to the problem. It's nice. So yeah, anyways, Glock 45. This one is a smidge bigger than the 19 with the grip. So I personally enjoy shooting it a bit more. I have pretty decently sized hands. So if that's something that you also have to consider, then I would definitely recommend the Glock 45. It's not too much harder than the Glock 19 to conceal, and it's much more comfortable, and I personally shoot better with it. So yeah, definitely something for you to consider. I personally recommend a flashlight at the minimum on your carry guns. Optic, not quite as necessary, but it's definitely a nice addition. So I would definitely recommend looking into the MOS edition because yeah, those are already cut for optics. You just need to get an adapter plate. So definitely be worth spending a little bit of extra money when you're first getting the gun to not have to send it out and have it custom machined and stuff in the future. But yeah, I think that wraps us up with the carry guns. Multiple different options. They all shoot completely different, have their pros and cons like we talked about. But yeah, having a solid carry gun is definitely going to be my second recommendation to you. Moving on from the carry guns, my third recommendation is going to be an AR of some sort. If you watch my last video, this is how I think you should build your first AR, but tons of different things you can do. This particular one, 16-inch barrel, hand stop, LPVO, super versatile. It'll do whatever you need it to do. Again, same thing as the Glock. This is probably what your friends have. This is what you're probably gonna be shooting with everybody else. Parts interchangeability, running same mags, all the same kind of points that I made about the Glocks also apply to this. I love them. They'll do whatever you need them to. And yeah, super versatile. Solid guns. So that's the third recommendation. All right, and then after your ARs, I think these are super important. They're super fun to shoot. I've gotten some clays in the last time we went out shooting. I actually tested that out and tried shooting clays for the first time. I hadn't done it before and it was super fun. It's super awesome. Like shooting paper or shooting steel, having the stationary target, it's fun. You get the cool noises, you get your bullets hitting the paper, whatever, but actually tracking something and trying to see where it's gonna fly and moving with the target and just adds a whole nother level to it. And I thought it was super fun. They're also super practical, super good for home defense, super versatile. You have a bunch of different ammos you can put into it. This is birdshot, this is buckshot. You can get slugs, you can get so many rounds, so much stuff you can stuff in here, so many things you can do with it. And I think they play a super big role, as we've seen from the Russia-Ukraine stuff. Drones are a huge issue now. If you want to play the cool guy war games in your head, these play a role. But yeah, having a solid shotgun, I think, is super important. There's tons of different models. It's a huge world for the shotguns. I'm not super into it, so I personally got a Mossberg Maverick 88. Solid, simple. This one was $250 as is, pre-owned, so can't beat that. If you are more into shotguns, you're gonna want to build it a little bit and do some things to it. There's other models for that. This one you can't do a ton to. The pump is actually built into the rail section, so you have to replace all that and do a bunch of extra stuff to it to put a new pump on it. You could do a stock on it, whatever. I enjoy it how it is, but yeah, there's a whole world of shotguns that you can explore if that's your cup of tea or if you do get super into it. But yeah, I think that rounds us out on my fourth suggestion. Solid shotgun, can't go wrong with it. All right, guys, and my final recommendation for you, I don't have one yet. I'm still on my gun journey, so I haven't acquired all these guns yet, but this is actually next on my list, and I think it plays a very critical role that I think you should have covered. Bolt action rifles, whether you're building it for hunting, long range shooting, whatever your particular use case is. I'm personally going to be building a kind of hybrid. Its main purpose will be like a hunting rifle, but then going with that, it's going to be a good long range rifle and be super accurate. So yeah, I personally don't have one to show you right now. Unfortunately, I am working on that. But yeah, my personal plan is to get a Remington 700. I'll probably throw a body kit on it. I'm going to get that chambered in 6.5 Creedmoor. But yeah, I don't know. That's really, that's all I can give you guys. I don't have one. I don't have experience with it. But I think that is a vital role that you should have a firearm for. Well, I think that kind of wraps up my list. Yeah, so whether it's a short range firearm like one of these, a mid-range firearm like your AR, or a long-range firearm like your bolt-action gun that I do not have, I think they all play super important roles in your arsenal. They all have their own job that they perform uniquely and excel at. They all have their pros and cons. Like, obviously, if I'm carrying something every day, I don't want it to be a 16-inch AR, but if I'm out in the woods and might need to engage something 300 yards away, whatever, probably not going to want to be a Glock. So I think they all play super critical roles. This being your everyday carry, maybe a home defense firearm. This one, whether you're hunting, home defense, taking drones out of the sky, whatever, this has its own role. This, incredibly versatile, but obviously has some drawbacks. Or whether, yeah, you just want something fun to mess around with, take out small game with, whatever. Everything's unique, plays its own role, and I think they all work in conjunction to create the perfect arsenal for you and fill any possibility that you might need. So yeah, hope this guy gave you guys some good value. I hope you enjoyed watching it. And yeah, if you enjoyed, please leave a subscription, a like, comment down below your favorite firearm or your favorite category. That would help me a ton, help this grow, help me continue doing this. But yeah, I think that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Until the next one. Bye.